in the gut.
Hi everyone, and now we're going to be doing slow work today. Slow work is where you actually get to fight against another person. You just stand right about there, that'll be good. Alright, so the first thing you always want to do is get your first weapon style, which is going to be sword and shield, which is pretty much always the basics. This is what we're going to be teaching right away. So, what you want to do is you want to first get used to throwing shots. Okay, so when you're fighting against another person, sorry, it's very windy, so the camera might be moving a lot. My main goal is for it to not fall over, so we're going for that. What you want to do is you want to throw a shot, and your opponent will do nothing but block the shot. Okay? And what you want to do is you want to throw the same shot. So I'm going to tell him, I'm going to throw to your leg, okay, your left leg, and I'm going to point to it. All right. Now, I believe you got a cell phone in there. You might want to, when you're practicing, even as slow work and everything, don't have a wallet, don't have keys, don't have a cell phone, don't have anything like that, because in case you miss it, you might strike. So, and what you want to do is you want to get form and movement. So you go half speed. All right. So I'm going to throw a whole shot on your left leg. All right. First thing is going to be get into your stance, get range, go step, throw. Okay. As you can see, the way that he blocked it, he just dropped the shield down, and that's it. What that does, it blocks the shot, and it also creates opening, so you're not trying to hit the shield when you're throwing. So this gives a great open area for a secondary shot. So I throw, step, throw, block, and go back to start. Now your opponent's going to throw the same shot on you. Okay? All right. Left side head. As you can see, when he raised up, he just brought it up. He didn't bring it flat. He made sure it was at an angle so you could get better visibility. Just rolled it up. You could see part of the sword, so he knew where the sword was definitely going to land. Do it again. All right, your turn. Now, as you can see, he fights a little bit different than I do. Okay? When I threw the shot, he just turned and brought up, which is totally fine. That is how he feels comfortable. When he threw the shot, I brought up, but I also leaned back. Okay? That is what, for me, feels comfortable. For me doing that, I have seen it where, because the shot is coming in, I lean back so I have a little bit more visibility in case he decides to change his shot. I am not fully committed to going up. If he decides to change, I can now see the shifting occur and drop it down, and going back gives me a little bit more range and time to bring that shield down. Two different styles, and this is where you're going to start to see when you start fighting different people, you're going to have to throw a little bit differently sometimes. All right, offside headshot. Okay.
Right side.
Oh, see?
I was expecting you to throw another one.
Sorry. Now we're going to do it again. Now watch the difference between how he blocks with the shield and how I block with the shield.
Same side.
This is why you go half speed. We're not practicing this as, oh yeah, let's do this so they see it. This is what happens. You're trying to think, and sometimes you naturally throw a shot, and you're like, that's not the shot I wanted to throw, but it's natural. That's what this point is. As you can see, I don't know if you can see real well, when he blocked close, and he he still brought it over, but he brought it close to his body and bent his elbow. When I did it, I threw straight up with a longer arm, and instead of close, I brought it out. Okay? This way I can see along the angle of the shield. Okay? Everyone fights their own way. Okay. Offside leg shot. Offside head shot. Same side leg. Same side head. Same side head. Same side head. Now on that one, I did two different versions of blocking with the shield. One was I just came straight up and blocked, and another one was where I came out and did a push block going up. Now, why would I want to do that? This gives you other opportunities on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw high, he's going to throw high, and then I'm going to be able, when he recovers, to throw opposite leg. This is going to be usually very hard. So I'm like, if I want to try for a leg shot afterwards, maybe I need to create a better opening with my shield. This is where you can change things. Starts coming up with adaptation on stuff. Now, from here, we are going to go into same shot, same shot. So, I'm going to throw a shot, and he's going to throw the exact same shot on me too. So, I'm going to be throwing offensively. He's going to be throwing defensively. What do I mean by that? It means I'm going to throw the shot first. He's going to block, but his movement to block generates the shot. Same side leg. Offside head. Same side head. Now, you're going to see that when you start doing this, one of the interesting things that's going to occur is two different levels of ranges. Okay? For me, as the first shot, we're going to do stage right here. I have the first shot at full range. Boom. Now he's going to throw a shot. He's actually at medium range for the second shot. So you need to start figuring out, all right, when I throw secondly, he's already, or she's come in one step, which means from long range to medium range. And after the medium range, if I throw a shot, I'm now at close range. Okay? Do you want to do that? Do you want to go long, medium, short? Do you want to go long, medium, and then after, do I want to step back to get back to a long range shot? This is when you start developing the range understanding of combinations. Okay? That's why we do same shot, same shot. Now I want you to throw first and I'll throw second. Right? You gotta tell me what you're throwing, man. This is why we're going half speed. I appreciate you.
Surprise! Alright, same side.
Not a shot.
Same side leg. That's just one shot?
Yep, just one shot.
Alright, offside head. Offside leg.
Now, when you start doing these types of shots, you're going to see that you might have to do an extra step longer than you're used to try and really get a good, clean offside shot. This is why we do this. To understand, this is form. This is now body going to do what's known as a 2-minute drill. What happens is people, when they first start fighting, they're going to go, all right, and they're like, ah, and they drop the shield because they're thinking about nothing but attacks. Or they're like, I'm doing nothing but blocking. And your opponent's like, hey, this is great. They're not throwing a shot on me. This is where you get the conflict again, mostly mental, about am I supposed to be attacking or am I supposed to be blocking? The 2-minute drills fixes this. Because what it does is it gets you into a frame of mind of only blocking or only attacking. And after 30 seconds, your brain starts to relax. After a while, you're like, da-da-da-da-da, and all of a sudden you're going, oh, look, there's a bird in a tree. Because you're not thinking about fighting at that point. You're not thinking about only attacking. You're starting to think about other things. Your brain is relaxing. Wow, that was crazy. Yeah, hold on first. I'm going to just go put the... See if the door will help a little bit.
Oh, these two maps I can catch anymore.
Well, we'll see. How does the camera look?
Alright, go back. Alright,
All right. Sorry about that. Very windy day. Now, so what I was saying, I still remember what I was saying. You're trying to get your mind free. What that does is once your mind starts to get free, it means you can start looking. When you start looking, you start seeing what is developing as open shots. Okay? Same thing. If you start throwing shots, boom, 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 this combination, this combination, this combination. After a while, you're like, this combination is not working. Then you start taking a couple milliseconds, take up to a second, take a step back, look and go, well, his leg's always wide open. Why am I not throwing for his leg? Then you start throwing shots with a leg combination. Okay? So, what we're going to do is half speed again. I'm going to do, we don't have an actual time piece going on right now. I'm going to defend for 2 minutes, roughly. He is going to attack for 2 minutes. All right? Now, this is also going to be the point when you get to understand multiple blocking. So, not just shield only, not just sword only. You have to use them both in combination. Okay? Try to take that one step back. All right? Now, half speed.
Half speed, don't call shots.
You can either call shots at first, but don't do it all the time. The best is to actually not call shots. You're actually going half speed. You should be able to start developing natural blocking techniques. So we are not going to call shots.
Sorry.
Yep, that's fine.
Did I get speed?
Yep, no, that's fine. Good. Good. All right, so what you're starting to see there is he's starting to look to see what's open and starts throwing for it. That's giving me an opportunity to determine the area. I'm more than likely not knowing exactly where the shot is. But I'm like, okay, I know it's right side. Is it high or low? I'm not sure. So what I'll do is I'll block low with the shield, high with the sword to make sure I'm covering every possibility. Or if I know, hey, I know it's right side high, what I'll do is I'll block like this, but also keep my sword up high for a different angle. or for a possibility of a shot. Everything you do, you start building, like I keep saying. So right now, you're figuring out, how am I blocking? Am I blocking with one weapon, or just a shield? Am I blocking with sword and shield? If I'm just blocking with shield, that's great. Now I can start thinking, because I'm automatically blocking, oh, he's wide open when he throws this shot. Later on, you're like, hey, he's throwing over here. That means he's going to block, or he's going to throw a shot in this area, and that means I have the capability of throwing a shot here, because I know it's open, because I fought him before. All right, so now I'm going to throw shots on you, and you block. Now, as you can see, I'm throwing a few shots and I'm stepping back to come up with new combinations to throw. It's not always just straight in, throw, throw, throw for 2 minutes. As you can possibly see, I'm coming up with a 2 to 3 shot combination every time, and that's what I'm going for. So for the first one, which if some of you have been watching, was the first here, 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 4-shot combination that I taught you guys very first. See how many people recognize that. Now, the first shot you should always throw is going to be the first open shot that you see. So if you stand over here, the 2 first open shots I see is going to be a low leg shot or a high arm body head shot. So those are going to be one of the first 2 shots that I'm going to usually throw. If I want to throw for the leg, I might, and this is where you can start practicing fakes and double pumps and everything like that. I'll fake high to bring his guard up to expose the leg. Throw high, boom. Bring my shield up to slightly blind him so he doesn't immediately see where I'm throwing my next shot. And then step in for the leg shot. This is how you can start developing your combinations as offensive style only. This is how the best way and the fastest way you become a really good fighter. You start building muscle memory, you start seeing what's open, and you're doing nothing but either attacking or defending to build that recognition, that ability to relax your mind, see what's available, and adjust from there. Okay. Have you come over here again? All right. I want you to do 2 different shot combinations. All right. Okay.
That's it?
No, now it's my turn.
Sorry. Hey, go ahead.
Now it's my turn to do a 2-shot combination. Nice. As you can tell, he started to realize my certain movements were going to be throwing certain combinations.
I've taken that shot before.
But it was great for you to show them, oh, I know what he's doing. And you notice that. You were like, oh, I know that movement is there or there. And you compensated for both. That is why these 2-minute drills are so important. Okay, I got one more. Okay, your turn to drill. You can do 3 combinations too, just 2 sets.
All right.
Now, he has a thrusting tip, and he's also doing some wraps. I'm not doing those. I'm trying to just keep the basics. Thrusting and wrapping, we will do for a very short period of time at the very end, which is going to be in about a few minutes. So, my turn. As you can see, I went down for the leg, but he anticipated the fake for the rising snap up.
It's also a setup for my counter.
There you go. See? That's the whole point. When you get to the point you're like, I can do this, and then I realize I can throw this shot because it's wide open to his left side head. That is how you start seeing a fight, how you're building your combinations, how you're able to block instinctively and then figure out, I can throw this. This is how it builds. Once it starts to get to this point, you're able to adjust from a different fighter to a different fighting style. It's a great and wondrous thing because you keep on getting better and better very fast. All right, one more time, and then we'll do thrust and wrap. All right, you got one more? No, I got one more. Oh.
Right through.
I don't know if you noticed, he didn't commit right away. He was like, okay, he could be doing this.
I
And
could have blocked with either, and I did neither.
what is that? Conflict. Body conflict. Should I block with this or should I block with this? If you're not sure, what should you do? Block with both.
Very true.
These are perfect examples, and we have not practiced any of this. We're doing this, and I'm pointing this out because this is exactly what happens, and this is what you should be doing. All right, one more set for you.
All right.
Wasn't doing thrusting yet.
Hey, you accused me of it.
No.
You said he's thrusting and wrapping.
At the very end, I'm going to show him. Not now. But that's okay. This is a great transition into thrusting and wrapping. You're killing me, man. You're killing me. Now,
Trying.
when you do practice with the thrust, like I said, don't go and have your thrusting tip out like this. You're telegraphing. Okay? So the best thing to do is get into your stance and then figure out how you want to thrust. If it's going to be for your first one, like I said, I'll do this for a thrust. Or I might go and I'll go and I'll hit the shield and then let the shield ride the thrust in. Those are the two best ways to start with a thrust. Now, when you want to set a thrust with the second shot, it's going to be all dependent upon how your first shot lands. Okay? If it's going to be flat like this, off to the side, it's going to be really hard to get a really good thrust. So you have to go from here, and like I said, when you want to do a thrust, you want to keep that thrust, you want to keep the thrusting tip ahead of you. The shot is already in front. Okay? So keep the tip in front. How do you do that? You just rotate your wrist. Keep the shot there, so it's shield, boom, and then you can do that. What this also does is, a lot of times people will block a shot. So you block a shot, and then they come back. What happens? After they block the shot, they block, and then they open back up. So if I do that, boom, they're opening up the shot for the thrust. Okay? So up on top, thrust, flat, rotate, thrust. Use the shield every time that you can. It will always help a beginning thruster. Okay? Now, for wrapping, commit to the wrap right away. Don't go, I'm doing this, this, this. Oh, I think I'll do a wrap. No. Come in and go, I'm going to throw a shot to the offside head, and I'm going to go from there, and I'm going to do a wrap. So I'll have you come right over here. So that would look like this. Throw, bring the shield up, and then wrap. Commit to the second shot as a wrap. Don't go for the third. You're going to be way out of position. Might feel kind of weird. First shot, wrap shot. Okay? And the best type of shot to throw to make sure it's a good wrap shot is going to be offside. Keep the shield up and rotate around so you get the full generation of momentum into the wrap. Okay? So we're going to do 2 more combination sets. So you do 2 sets. You can do thrusting, wraps, anything. Then I'll do 2. And we'll do 2 again and 2. All right. Oh. I was in conflict. Threw the shot in. How am I going to try and block this? Committed too much. Exposed my left side, and he took advantage of it.
It was very similar to his combo, but instead of an offside shot, it was a thrust, and I was hoping he would catch it on his shield, because then I can give it a nice little push, make sure it's out of the way.
All these little things you can start figuring out and adding and adapting. The more people you fight, the more new and cool little tricks you're going to find. So keep on doing it. All right, one more.
Same shot.
His first shot, I could tell where it was going. Why? Because he usually looks at me in the face.
Absolutely.
Except for that shot, he looked at my left shoulder. At which point I'm like, he's throwing for a shoulder shot right away. Easy enough.
And I
Did not expect him to throw the same shot twice. That's what he was looking at. Kind of focusing on that first and second shot. Tricky, very nice. You got one more.
Oh, right. Oh, shoot, sorry. Went a little fast there.
No, that's okay.
Right.
I was in close. I was expecting you to come over, so I actually... No, it's fine. It was right above here, so that's good. Not blind or anything like that. That's why you go half speed. After this, you go 3/4 speed, but then you start adding armor. Of course, before this, I was going to say, and this just verified it, you need to have a helm on when you start going anything more than half speed. Certain things come into play. Your biggest enemy will always be your own armor. And out of all of that, your helm can be the greatest asset or the thing you hate most in life. It could be for the fact that it's hard to breathe. It could be for the fact that you can't see really well because the bars are placed incorrect. Anything like that, you need to start trying different things. Hey, can I try on this helm to see what it feels like? Or see what your visibility is like? Man, I really need bars that go, like for me, I need bars that go horizontal. I've had bars that go vertical. I have a harder time with them. Some people go, they love the vertical bars because they can see down better. Hey, that's great. For me, it's different. So try different stuff on to make sure it feels good. Yeah, how am I going to hit you now? He's not scared.
Oh.
You did the double, I'm going to do the double.
Let's check.
Now, you always got to be careful when you're doing this that you don't hit dangerous parts of the body. Ankles are really bad, so you got to be very, very well controlled with your shots. Knees, damage. So you got to be very careful. All right, we're going to end with that. So we're going to review real quick. When you start fighting another person, start with half speed. You need to figure out your movement, your ranges, everything like that. Then you want to do one shot, same shot. Okay? So you throw a shot, they throw a shot. Then you each throw the same shot. That determines whether you're going to be an offensive fighting stance or a defensive fighting stance. You're going to block first, then strike, or strike and block. Then you do the 2-minute drills. That starts building up and getting you to get out of the mental mind block of, am I attacking or defending? You're always defending for 2 minutes and you're always attacking for 2 minutes. Then you start doing small little, not informed combinations. 2, maybe 3 at the most. We just did 2. And you do 2 sets of those. Go back and forth. What you're going to see is you're now going to see possibilities. Oh, this person's doing this. Okay, instead of just, I'm seeing this, but I'm only blocking. Now you're doing a small little fight. Seeing what's there, and then you're throwing shots, okay? Small little fight, all right? Small little fight, small little fight. You're starting to develop the whole series. Once you start seeing the things and you start adding and changing and developing, that's when you start knowing, all right, I now can go to a field and not feel weird or uncomfortable. I feel very comfortable. And this is the part that you need to be at. Then you start putting on armor because it's going to cause some restrictions from visibility to heat to movement and everything. Then you start building on that, on, hey, I need to change this so I can move better. I need to do this so I can see better. Everything is not, you're all in it and then you got to figure it out. It's a process. So, and as I keep saying, take videos when you're fighting, send me videos, you watch your own videos. If you have videos from before, please send them to me. I would love to look at them. Everything you guys do should always be to be a better fighter so that your opponents become better fighters, and it's all great. All right, we have this week and next week still, and then after that we'll be doing dancing with the Baron, so that'll break up a little bit of stuff. So hope you all have a good time, and hopefully we won't get sunburned from being out here today. Thank you very much.